Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Matt from IPMNation.com here at the Planet Studios with Tim Martin from CentralNHEvents.com. If you need a DJ for your event, go to CentralNHEvents.com. Learn all about Tim and how to hire him for your event. He does a great job. And I'm here this week with two of the guys from A Minor Revolution. How are you guys?
Pretty good. I'm Ryan.
I'm AJ.
What do you each do in the band?
I play guitar and sing.
Okay.
I play bass and I sing as well.
Okay. And who are we missing?
A guitarist and a drummer, Pat and Zach, respectively.
Oh, where are they?
Elsewhere. Well, Pat's on vacation, I think, with his girlfriend, and our drummer works nights, so he's sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to change that.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are the important ones, right?
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Cool. Well, looking forward to talking to you guys, but why don't we start the show with a track? What do you guys want to play?
This is the first track off our album that's coming up. It's called Born Free.
Okay. This is Born Free from A Minor Revolution here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
All the rights that I've got and the power of not. I'm fighting to get back my life.
Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Matt from IPMNation.com here with Ryan and AJ from A Minor Revolution. And where are you guys from?
Well, I kind of all over, I guess, centrally Dover, Durham, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Yeah. Ryan, well, he lived in Barrington. He's moving to Manchester.
Okay.
And then Zach lives in Barrington, and our buddy Pat's all the way out in Keene.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So it's kind of like, spread out over the over the state width-wise, really.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that hard? I mean, is that challenging to get together for practices and
It
whatnot?
does make it challenging. It kind of, it puts us in a position where sometimes we just play shows as a three-piece, because we can't all make it to every show.
Sure.
So, but I think it kind of has become sort of like a blessing in disguise because we're able to do that. Mm-hmm. And, if we need to whip it out, we can.
Yeah, that kind of flexibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Where does the name come from?
The name is, we were actually originally in a band, Pat, Zach, and I were in a band called the Pounding 40s that we started, that really Zach and Pat started, and I jumped onto, and we just played a couple of parties, and when we decided we wanted to start writing music, we wanted a name that was a little more serious and maybe had something to do with what our message might be.
Right.
So Zach actually came up with a minor revolution, and it can mean a lot of different things. Like the one that I like to think of is that, all revolutions and change start small, and they start with one idea or one person, and they grow from there.
Yeah, I like that.
It could be that the youth are, the revolution, and that they're coming, a revolution of minors.
Yeah.
And a lot of our songs are written in A flat minor. So there's just a lot of reasons that it just works with our band.
Yeah. Do you guys get asked that a lot? Do a lot of people ask about the name?
Almost every show we play, every interview we do, people are always,
I actually got an email from a guy on the West Coast, I think either in Colorado or Washington or something, but he used to live in New Hampshire. He was in a punk band, and he wrote a song called The Minor Revolution.
Oh, no kidding.
So I'm thinking maybe we'll cover it someday. Who knows?
Right. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you guys play a lot of shows?
Yeah, we're a little bit of a break recently to finish up our album. For the most part, I mean, we were going for it was like every weekend, sometimes 2 nights a week we would be playing,
and all over too. I mean, we in our first year playing, we got AJ at like the end of our first year. We had another bassist before that, and we were pretty much just playing house parties and small venues in Dover. AJ jumped on. He's from Massachusetts, so he came up with all these connects from there. All these good bars in Mass, and then from that we met other people. Our drummer Zach is also in a band called the Jeff Useless Band. Jeff Useless used to be the singer of the Guts. If you know who the Guts are.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, so we also have connections through Jeff Useless now. He's been like immensely helpful for us. Like he has all sorts of friends everywhere. And
he took us down to New Jersey just for St. Patrick's Day. And, played this big house party. It was probably the best show we've played.
Absolutely the most fun. We took this beat up old van that we bought for a couple $100. It wasn't even inspectable. We just took it down there and hoping we were making it back. And it was one hell of a weekend. So
sounds like he's been anything but useless.
I
had to do it.
Yeah, gotta go there.
We'll have to edit in a rim shot.
Where's Zach?
So, you guys how long have you guys been around now?
I would say 3 years. About it's pushing 3 years that we've been a band and we've been writing tunes and playing out.
So what happened to the original bass player? I'm always looking for the dirt.
I don't know. He fit really well, actually. He was a great guy. We got along really well. He was fun to hang out with, which is important in a bandmate, and he was right on point. But he wanted to. I don't know. You always have to ask is the band going anywhere, or should I just get a job? And I think he felt a little more secure and safe going and pursuing his career. So,
really?
Yeah, he went to do that. No. So, but he's an awesome dude. Everything's all nice and tight with us. So
yeah. Good scene on the Seacoast area.
Yeah, really good
scene.
Comparable to Mass, I would say. Which is surprising out of New Hampshire. So
absolutely. And people more in our listening area in central New Hampshire might not realize just what the scene is like on the Seacoast.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Dover, particularly, there's a record label down there called Fly Rock, and we're associated with them.
Good.
We play shows with them, and Jake is a good buddy of mine, and
Jake
so we help
Johnson,
each other out. Jake Johnson, So we help each other out here and there, and he and the artists on that label are doing so much to push music on the Seacoast. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. If in Life is on.
So the If in Life is on. And I9 is a really good friend of mine.
I9's phenomenal.
He's awesome. He's a really good rapper.
Trying to book a time to get him on this show because he was actually at one of our local Outbreak events actually.
Oh, really?
And even though we haven't actually interviewed him on the show yet, but he's so fast.
I know he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. Great guy too.
Yeah, absolutely, very cool. So you guys were playing a lot, but you've been on a break finishing up the album, or what's the status of that?
We're actually going in to do final mixing before mastering this weekend.
Okay.
So, and we've been starting to play shows a lot more regularly again, which is nice. Maybe like twice a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, easing back into it. But
we've never. I don't think we've played less than one show a month since we became a band.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's always been at least one, and then on the heavier weeks, it's like 2 weekends in a row we're playing double shows,
right?
And then like it's like calm for a week, but you know, we're usually pretty busy. Sometimes I wonder if it's too busy. I wonder if we should just sit down and write some more songs. But I don't know. I really love playing. It's so much fun. So
well, I was going to ask you, is it hard to keep up that pace because you're busier than a lot of the bands around here that we've had on the show? Frankly, I mean, that sounds like you guys have a very heavy schedule. Is it difficult?
Yeah. I don't. It's not really, like, because of all the friends and bands that we have. It's really few and far between that I actually need to go. We need to go looking for a show. We've usually got somebody to play with. The hard part is like when I say we're going to go on break is actually going on break. You know, there's always that friend that wants to play a party or something. You're like, yeah, all right, it'd be fun to play a party. Then all of a sudden your month's booked again, and it's like, God.
Yeah, good problem to have, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's great. Yeah, you know, it seems to be like, instead of just like hanging out on the weekends like a lot of people do, it's like we're just out playing shows. So it's like
somewhere.
Yeah,
we're somewhere. Minor Revolution is always somewhere.
Yeah, that's good. That would look good on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we play another track? The tracks that we're playing tonight, are these from your upcoming album? Or
yes, these are so far, like AJ was saying, we're going to go in and do the mixing this Saturday. So these are pretty much pre-release, but they're from our upcoming album called America.
Okay.
And we're hoping to release that on July 4th.
Okay. So very cool.
And the song is called Missing the Point.
Missing the Point. All right. Very good. This is Missing the Point from A Minor Revolution here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
100.1, the planet's local outbreak with IPMNation.com.
Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Matt from IPMNation.com here with 50% of A Minor Revolution. So we got AJ and Ryan here. And we were actually talking during the break, but I want to revisit this and mention Dave Crespo, a mutual friend of ours. He has a great band called Dave Crespo's After Party. And they're from Mass, but they come up here and play. And you guys were saying that they've helped you out a lot.
Yeah, my old band that I was in before I moved up to New Hampshire, he was friends with our singer and helped get us our first few shows in Boston. And it was like instantly made a connection with him. You know, he's a great dude to know.
Absolutely.
And the music that his band is great. You know, everything that he's doing down there for that little scene in Boston is just awesome.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. And I know, and I'm sure you guys know too, a number of other New Hampshire bands that, you know, have gotten the opportunity to work with Dave going down to Massachusetts when they come up here to play a show at Millie's or wherever. So definitely want to give him a shout out. Now, where do we stand now? So the new CD, when will that be done and out, do you think? Do we know?
Yeah, we're aiming for July 4th.
Okay.
Yep. Like I said,
we were originally trying to aim for May 5th. We've been kind of lazy about getting it mixed in. It's been recorded for a couple months now.
Yeah.
We've been kind of lazy about getting it in the studio to mix. So it was going to be May 5th because that was actually 3 years to the day of since our first show.
Oh, okay.
So that had some importance. And when we kind of fudged that, I figured the next logical one would be July 4th.
Yeah.
Independence Day.
Yeah,
so
cool. And how many tracks are on the album?
It's 8 tracks. It's depending on how you look at it, it could be a full length or an EP. It's about a half hour long.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really just a compilation of all the songs we've written over the last couple of years. I think we're planning on doing maybe some splits with other bands and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
But we kind of just wanted to get it out there,
right.
Release it. So
there's a lot of people, mostly our friends, that are just, when is the CD going to come out? Like, July, we finally have a definite answer.
They don't think
it's
it
July.
exists.
No, there.
Is this your first formal release?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Have you had some MP3s online prior to this, or?
Yeah, we've actually recorded this whole album once. and as we were kind of like we are now, as we were recording it, every time we sort of made a step, we would put a new version online or something.
Oh, okay.
And then I just got tired of it. So some of our, like on the MySpace, you might find some older recordings of songs.
Sure.
The Reverb Nation page or aminorrevolution.com, which redirects there. Has most of the updated stuff. There's newer videos and all the shows there. That's really where we update the most.
Okay.
So that's the most reliable source probably.
Are there a lot of videos on there of your live shows?
I think we have 2 or 3 of live shows. We have a recorded
an entire
video.
live set
really
on there. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's right. And we have a video of us recording one of our songs we're going to play tonight, Look Alive. We have a live video of the recording of that. And
cool.
I won't tell you where we recorded it, but you can figure it out.
Oh, really? Yeah.
By looking at the surroundings.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, so July 4th is the plan, and then do you guys? I mean, you've got yourselves really together. I mean, it seems like on a business level. Do you have any help, or is it all DIY at this point, or are you working?
Pretty much.
It's all DIY. I'm not going to lie. I'm a businessman at heart, and
are you? Yeah,
so
good. You got to be in this business.
You do.
That's true.
And so we pretty much it's fun, but it is a business. We look at it as a business. It's a partnership that we're all part of, and that we all have an investment in, whether it's money or time or effort.
Sure.
And I think as long as we treat it like that, it's easier to overcome any issues we might have. It's easier to talk to each other because we each have a vested interest. And it's easier to do business with venues and stuff. A lot of venues try to screw you. So, it's good to just be like, well, I'm not going to do that, and here's a counteroffer that I think is reasonable. And if you don't think it's reasonable, there's other venues.
Right.
So,
exactly.
And I think that our respective careers that we're into kind of help a lot with getting us going. Like Ryan's an IT guy. He's always on the computer, so he takes care of a lot of that end of stuff.
Sure.
I print T-shirts for a living, so we get our T-shirts done on the cheap.
Nice.
But it helps out a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of it's the connections. We have some friends that work at local music stores and stuff that help us out too. And
good.
We actually one year played an acoustic set at Best Buy, so they gave us a sweet discount, and that's where I bought my stack that I use now. So.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Yeah, so you guys know how to work it. And then now when the CD comes out, will that be available in some local stores or primarily online?
We haven't really decided quite how we're going to distribute it yet. I think no matter what, July 4th, it's available online.
Okay.
At least. Worst case scenario, it's at least available online. I think that we'll also probably have some burned copies available for playing shows, but I really would like to release something that has, a wrapping and it's a nice press CD and something for people to take home and remember. So that'll be out hopefully at the same time, but possibly not.
Now, when you release it online, will it be on iTunes and something like that, or will you just let people download it for free?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know how we're going to distribute it to those places. I mean, again, Reverb Nation is a great resource, so we may use that just because it's easy. There might be ways that we can do it and make more money, but at this point, what's worth more?
Right.
Getting out there or making $5 extra, right. It's not like we're raking in the bucks anyway. So,
well, I think, and I'm curious to know what you guys think about this because you're more business savvy than a lot of the guests that we've had on the show. I feel like the way the business is going, the way where we're ultimately headed is to a point where the music itself will no longer be considered product, but the music itself becomes strictly a promotional thing that you have to give away because where you make your money, and this is where most bands make their money anyway, is the live show. Yep. Live revenue, merchandise, because you can't download a T-shirt,
absolutely,
at least not yet. But it's it becomes harder and harder to actually sell the music itself because people have gotten used to not having to pay for it.
Right.
I mean, what do you guys think?
I mean, I think that you're right in that, like, seeing where it's going is, particularly because I think that the DIY market and the underground market is just there's not gonna be record companies much longer. They're just not gonna be around. There's not gonna be a need for them particularly.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be some here and there, but it's so easy to distribute right now. I mean, I know my way around business, but I'm not in the music business. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just doing what I think would be the correct course of action.
Right.
And it's worked out well for us. I think that, I think as long as right now, I think we'll probably sell the CD for under $10. And I think that under $10 isn't a lot to ask for a CD.
Right.
And I don't think we'll ever ask for more than that. And, like, we've played shows where I'll say, we'll have like a 3 or 4 song demo and I'm just like $2 for a CD. And if you, complain enough, I'll probably just give you one to shut you up. So just come take one. Like, it is more about the distribution and getting people to hear it. And, obviously most musicians, I think, have a message and we have a message to get out. Whether or not we make money, the message that we want out is being put out. So,
I think that, as far as like a product that we're putting out there for people, I feel that our stage presence and the energy that we bring to our shows is what is worth people's money as opposed to the music. I mean, we can give you our songs, I feel that that's the way. I hope anyways, is that people are getting more into local music and more about going, I don't know this band, but it's a live show. I think that, like, kids these days, they hear their music through, I want to say like American Idol, but like top 40 kind of radio stations. And it's like, it's the big picture, kind of like in the 70s when people were big into like arena rock and that was like the big thing. And it was like, well, I can't do that. And I feel that, like, I really hope there's a resurgence of like this local thing where you see kids going out to shows, and it's because, that's what got me going.
Right.
And if we could have some 14, 15-year-old kids come to our show and be like, wow, this is cool. Like, I really like the energy of a live show. And if they pick up a guitar and do it too, awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's also, just like with the music scene that's been around, at least in the Seacoast, and what we've seen from, like Malden and Methuen and the places in Mass that we've played, is it's no longer, it pretty much has nothing to do with genre anymore. It's really either about a message or just about a friendship. Like, all the bands that play together are friends and maybe their message has nothing to do with each other or anything, but it has so much more to do with the community than anything else. Like, we play with probably more rappers than we do punk bands.
Yeah. No kidding.
And they're awesome shows. I think they're great shows because of the variety that's there. And I think that people are becoming more open-minded with music too. As like things like, internet music become available, you've got hundreds of thousands of songs at your disposal at any given time
right.
that you can listen to. There's no way you can confine yourself to one genre, I think.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's really cool, and I've kind of noticed that too. And we kind of have that attitude with local Outbreak as well. The Planet's a rock station, but we have hip hop on here and all different kinds of rock music and we had a guy, Bob McCarthy, come in with an acoustic guitar and do some folk kind of stuff.
Sweet.
And it's all about the scene and the community and all that it has to offer, all kinds of music. So
Absolutely.
I think that's really cool. Well, why don't we play another track? What do you guys want to play?
This song is called "Look Alive."
Okay, cool. "Look Alive" from A Minor Revolution here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
Next time we'll live, this time we'll die. Only time can tell what it is to do it here. But told the smile, worship the sun. Magic we're doing this for fun. Folks are friends with some of those. I then I go to the earth. Back up the longings, time to go. And so will love and raging go. Down.
Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet. Matt from IPMNation.com here with a couple of the guys from A Minor Revolution, and this has been a great conversation tonight. I'm glad you guys came in.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So absolutely. I like your whole outlook on the scene and everything.
Thanks.
Very cool and very positive, which is good. Not that anyone comes in here and talks it down, but
right.
but I like your perspective on it. So
thanks, man.
Absolutely. What do you guys have coming up that you want to mention?
Well, we're playing. I guess our next show in this area would be Pork Fest up in Lancaster, New Hampshire.
Okay.
It's the Porcupine Freedom Festival.
Really?
Yeah. And Ryan can give you a little dish about that.
Well, if anybody listens to a few of our songs, it'll be pretty easy for you to figure out I'm an anarchist.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of government. And so this is basically just a group of libertarians and anarchists that get together for the week. And it's like any other festival. Part of it's about music. Part of it is like they actually have some like training seminars on how to talk to the police and stuff like that. Constitutional classes. There's all sorts of stuff. It's actually a really fun time, no matter, even if you have nothing to do with that whole scene.
Yeah.
It's still a really fun weekend.
Sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it's awesome. And
we played
I've been looking
year.
forward to playing since we played last year. Like, it's a really fun time.
Oh, wow. That's cool. When is that again?
June 23rd through the 27th. We're playing the 23rd.
Oh, so it's a multi-day event?
Yeah, it's Thursday through Sunday. We're playing Thursday night and staying for a few nights. And
it's up in Rogers Campground in Lancaster.
Very cool. Very cool. And the album's out July 4th, at least at the bare minimum online.
Online.
Yeah. Okay. And aminorrevolution.com is the website?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, absolutely. So, and I'm sure you guys are going to be playing a ton more this summer. You probably have a lot of...
We're looking into venture into like the Manchester, Concord area for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking to book every Friday and Saturday night for the rest of the summer.
Yeah.
So we're looking at least for, 4 shows a month.
That's awesome. Yeah. Good. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. And I want to mention one more time before we wrap up, Tim Martin, if you need a DJ for your event, go to centralnhevents.com. You can hire Tim. Do you have a picture of you up there yet, Tim, with your fancy new haircut? Tim does a great job. So if you need a DJ for your event or function or whatever it may be, centralnhevents.com. Ryan and AJ, thanks very much for coming in tonight.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you.
And let's play one more track to wrap up the show. What do you want to play?
This song is called Foaming at the Palm.
Foaming at the Palm. All right. Foaming at the Palm from A Minor Revolution here on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
She had a straw mini skirt and raccoon socks
100.1 The Planet's Local Outbreak with IPMNation.com.
The Planet's Local Outbreak is recorded weekly at the studios of 100.1 The Planet. It's engineered by Tim Martin of CentralNHEvents.com. Matt Connerton of IPMNation.com is the host of The Planet's Local Outbreak. The show is produced and edited by Annie Biello of 100.1 The Planet. For artist links and details about The Planet's Local Outbreak, log on to The Planet's Entertain Me page, WPNHFM.com. The Planet's Local Outbreak is available for download anytime online, IPMNation.com/local outbreak. The Planet's Local Outbreak is a product of 100.1 The Planet and Northeast Communications.